This is a message for all of my closeted priestesses. And if you clicked on this video, then you know this message is for you. And I feel like I don't really need to get into what in the heck I mean by closeted priestess. Again, if you clicked on this message, you know it's you, but it's it's for those of you who feel something activated when you hear the word priestess. It's for those of you who want to bring more healing into the world. It's for those of you who feel called to really the connection of the divine within, who feel called to truly allow love to move through you in the way that it is meant to. Not always in the way that we want to or the way that we think it should, but truly in the way that it is meant to. And I am filming this video, a handful of days after the fires started in LA. And I was on my walk this morning, and just the heaviness of the world right now feels like a lot. Sorry, my mascara is running. My eyes get really watery when I feel like emotional. I feel a lot of things moving through me. It's a Cancer full moon yesterday, so there's lots of emotion and lots of stuff flowing. So feeling the weight of all of this and really feeling like, what in the hell can I do? Right? Like, it's so easy to be like, what in the hell can I do? Like, though, I don't know if you feel this. I'm sure you do, because I know there's a lot of deep feeling people out there, especially in this community. And it's like, what can little old me do? The weight of the world, what is going on in the world, it feels so big and so overwhelming. Like, what can we even do, right? And this is why I'm calling on you. This is why I'm calling on the closeted priestesses, the priestesses as well, right? But they are already doing their work. But even if you already identify in that way and you already are moving, through the world in that way, right? I'm sure you can get something out of this message. But I believe that you and me, right? Each and every one of us can play such an integral and important part of the healing that needs to happen in this world. And I know you feel it. I know you feel like you have a role to play. And if you feel that in any way, don't deny that. That is not by accident. That is a sign. That is a nudge. That is you being called to stand fully in your power, to stand fully in the gifts that are inherent and unique to you. Don't underestimate that. I don't care what they are. I don't care how small you think they are. I don't care if you feel like they haven't fully come online yet. It doesn't matter. If you are here, you are feeling this, it is not an accident. You need to connect more deeply to whatever feels like true to you. Again, when I say like the way that love wants to move through you in this moment, what feels like the most nourishing thing for your soul, I want you to follow that. The world needs you to follow that. We think of priestessing, well, in so many ways. I'm sure there's lots of things that come up. But in the context of this video, like when we think of priestessing, sometimes we think of these grandiose acts. Social media and the online space has maybe even led you to believe that you need like some, I don't know, certifications and training and all of these things, right? While to some degree, there is some truth in that, right? Like if you are, I don't know, doing certain types of work, there may be some things that would be helpful for you to learn and know, but don't let that stop you. This is I think the message that really wants to come through me right now, and it's that I believe that we are all priestesses. I believe that we all have a unique way to move love through us in a way that serves and heals. I believe that you do not necessarily need anything more than what you have right now, your own gifts and wisdom, your own talents, your own experiences, again, your own connection to the divine within, the love, right? I believe that that is all you need. And as priestesses, we show up in the world in our own unique way. And all that is being asked of you right now is to show up and show up in your most authentic self, right? Your most unique way. You like what does that even mean, right? Like from like the depths of your being, like the truest truth. What like wants your love and focus right now? What is that? Right? Maybe it is simply showing up for your family in a more present, loving, patient way, whatever that looks like. Maybe that's showing up somehow in your community. Maybe that's showing up for like a specific group of people. Maybe that's just showing up in your job. Maybe you're a teacher and you teach young kids, and it's just like bringing that love to the work that you do with kindness and love and compassion, right? Connected to the divine. That is all that is being asked of you. And that is what the world is asking of us right now. That is what the world needs right now. And I believe on a deeper level, on a deeper spiritual level, right? We get so confused about this like spiritual path and, our daily lives. Cut that. There is only the spiritual path, right? There is only the spiritual path, and then our humanness is intertwined in that, right? It's not separate. The way you show up is part of your spiritual journey. It's all connected. Stop separating it, okay? Connect to the divine within. From that place, how are you feeling called to move? This may feel really scary because it may unveil some things that you're like, I am not ready for that, right? Sometimes we think like that when we hear our intuition or we listen to that like voice inside, that it's going to somehow like sound easy or be like, oh yeah, that's what I need to do. But it doesn't. Sometimes it's like the scariest thing you'll ever hear. Okay. It doesn't mean it's wrong, right? When we feel like something is scary, sometimes we think, oh, that must not be the right thing because it feels scary, right? Sometimes it feels scary because we know it is the right thing. And that is freaking hard because it's going to challenge everything you believed or thought you knew up until this point, and you know that. But this is what is being asked of you. So what is on your heart? Okay. Where are you being called? Where are you feeling led? And again, not overthinking this, not letting I went down this rabbit hole today on Instagram, and I think that that's why I'm like super fired up, but just, about like capitalism and all the terrible things that, capitalism is doing to the world and yada, 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 right? Like I don't need to go down that rabbit hole. But it's like sometimes what we feel like we're being called to, we are attaching like, what can we get from this, right? We are attaching like, how can I make money from this, right? I want you to let go of that egoical part of you. Again, it's not bad. I recognize we live in a world where there is an exchange of money required to live, okay? Totally get that. But this is aside from that, what is being asked of you? Where are you being called, right? And it doesn't always make sense. But if you can connect to that and trust that and take one small step, one small action showing up in that direction, that is all you need. And yes, I often talk about like the greater collective, and like that is just something like so like on my on my heart. But not only is it for the greater collective, but you will see that this is the exact path that you need to take for you, for your own growth and expansion, for your most fulfilling, purpose-filled, happy, journey, life, whatever that looks like for you. But you have to let go of what you think that should look like. You have to let go, or at least be willing to get curious about letting go of how you want that to turn out. Can you just let all of that go and let the divine move through you in the way that your soul came here to experience this life? Like, what if that is the thing that will change your life, that will change the life, as we know it on this planet? And, I won't be around physically to probably see that, but I believe that that is what we need. And I know that that is the path that I'm choosing to walk, and it's not easy. So with that, I'm sending you love. I am inviting you to sit with this, to maybe you need to come back and just like allow whatever needs to be activated, journal, meditate, whatever that looks like for you. Come into your truth. If you are afraid of showing, these parts of yourself with the world, start there. Do the work, right? It feels really scary to come out of the closet in this way, right? Because for so long, we weren't meant to, show ourselves in this way, right? We were, if you identify more with being a witch, you were literally burned at the stake, right? This was taken away from us, but it is our gift. It is the gift of the feminine, right? Being intuitive, feeling the interconnectedness, feeling the connection of all of us, of bringing love from a place of the light, connecting to the life force energy that lives inside of us. That is our gift. All right. And we need more people showing up in service, using those gifts, using their unique talents. Okay. So that is what I'm asking of you. I'd love to hear from you. If you feel called, you can leave a comment on this video. If you want to send something in private, there's other ways to connect with me in the description box. And I'd also love to hear if you would just like want more support around this. There are some things going on in the back of my mind about, working on something to, connect all of us in real time and really show up in a way that serves one another and, the greater good. So again, just throwing that out there, be on the lookout for future things, or get on my mailing list if that in the slightest interests you and you're like, yes, I would be curious about how I can do this and feel really good owning these gifts of mine. Okay, I am sending you so much love. Thank you for being here. I'll see you next time.